What's up, guys? Today we're opening up the January Monsterbass box, and it comes in a bag now. So got the bag here. Let's go ahead and get it open. If you're new here, my name's Adam. I fish tournaments, try to do a few bait reviews here and there, and mainly just a lot of tournament coverage on the water, practice, and tournament videos. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see that going forward. And we'll also be able to actually use and test these baits on the water. But let me go ahead and open this up. Number one thing that's changed since the very last time I've looked at Monster Bass, and something that's impressed me so far already, they come in a bag that I can actually use and apply, whether I want to put my phone in here, my camera's in here during the day, or as I continue to get boxes, I'll end up with 12 of these technically after a year. I can use these for different types of baits, like your worms or whatever you want to put them in. So let's go ahead and open this up, and this is our January edition. First thing I want to show you is it does come with a little pamphlet, probably about 15 or 20 pages long. And what we're talking about inside here is all the top January fishing tips, things that can actually apply and help you. And there's a lot of cool things in here. I did look at this previously, and I want to show you the best thing I saw was this bait selection guide. Basically, you're looking at winter, summer, fall, spring, clarity of the water, what to do. So that's a really cool thing. So it's one of my favorite parts about this whole bag, if nothing else. So let's actually see what's in here as far as the baits are concerned, in no specific order. First up, we've got a Livingston Lures, some type of top water. It's called Walking Boss 2. And I'll get close-ups of this with another video, but essentially this is, it makes sounds, so it mimics, you know, bait fish in the water. It does have a one knocker, it sounds like, on the tail of it. But that's something I'll actually use. I don't know if you can tell in this video I'm doing right now, but there is a clear bill to make it kind of walk back and forth. So that's definitely something I'm going to be using a lot of. Where I'll use this is primarily post-spawn, a little bit of spawn, but post-spawn, and just sometimes I'll burn it, sometimes I'll slow it down. But something like this will get some strikes and at least show you where some fish are. There is another top water in here I want to show, and it's in this little baggie. And what this is a popper. I think we know what that means, but just a simple popper and another topwater bait. So both of these things are not necessarily January for me, especially in Ohio where I live, but just a few states south, you might start throwing topwater here pretty soon. Where I'm going to throw this, and it's got a chartreuse front on it too. It makes it really nice if you make long casts with your popper and you just want to take your time with it. Just a boom, boom, just a slight pop here and there. Where I'll throw this is during the spawn. Even a little bit pre-spawn when the fish are up there. Bluegills and their beds, for sure. That's always a guaranteed popper situation. But I'll actually start throwing this during the spawn. And when you let this actually go over a bed and you just pop it a few times and let it set for a while, that's usually when they actually hit it, is during the spawn. So looking forward to using that. It is pretty light. One thing about this, it's not a, well, it's a brand somewhere, I just don't know who the brand is. It's called the Chugger 65. It says product testing on there. So, and there's a way to actually review what I think about this to the product. So let's move on to the next one. I was kind of laughing when I saw this one inside the box, or I should say bag. I used to throw something like this a lot, and it's just a Booyah Micro Pond Magic, really small spinner baits, 1/4 ounce, no, 1/8 ounce, so even smaller than I just told you. 1/8 ounce, just really small Colorado blade it looks like. And I like that it's white. That means I can really customize it and do some things. I can trim it up, I can put a trailer on there. You can burn these, but with the Colorado blade, you're really just looking for a little bit of a thump. Really good, it's called Pond Magic for a reason, really good for the small bodies of water. But also it's something different. Not too many people throw a single Colorado blade anymore, so it is something different and an awesome tool to have in your box. The lake close to me is frozen, but something you could throw today is it's not really a football jig, but it is a 1/2 ounce finesse skirted jig. Everybody has their opinions on jigs, and that's totally fine. The main thing here is, it comes in here, it's a Lunker Hunt finesse skirted jig, 1/2 ounce, so it's going to get your depth pretty quick. This is something I'm going to probably hop on the bottom. I don't have it out of the package yet, but it's really nice for hopping or a little bit of dragging, especially if you get around some rocks, rock piles, logs, stuff like that. So black is a good color. It's got a little bit of blue mixed in with it. So black and blue is obviously a pretty common color everywhere you go, but awesome for the cold temperatures when they're a little sluggish. Helps them see it a little bit more, and just your presentation will make that strike happen. I do have a couple packs of worms. So this one here is our Big Bite Baits. 8-inch finesse worm. Now I'm thinking, with this one, I'm thinking summertime. I don't know, I haven't thrown these much, if I'm being very honest with you, but green pumpkin, blue swirl is the color. I think that's a pretty good package of worms for this package here. So haven't thrown it a bunch, so can't really tell you how I would throw it. But if I had it on my bait or on my pole right now, I'd be around some lily pads, and I'd just be Texas rigging it, flipping it around those lily pads and such, at least here in the state of Ohio. Not sure about some other places. So excited to have those, excited to try them out a little bit more. Yamamoto is probably the most popular brand in all of fishing, especially when you get to the Senkos and just soft plastics in general. This is a watermelon, black and red. Kind of see some more of the color there. 4-inch, that's really key to me. I've started experimenting a lot more with the 4-inch Senkos, and my favorite thing to do is wacky rig, but I've gotten to the point where if I'm not even getting hit on a wacky rig, I go to a little bit smaller Senko and Texas rig it, sometimes with no weight, sometimes with a minimal weight, and that 4-inch size really comes in handy there. That way you're not just ripping off an inch of the 5-inch Senko just to get that 4-inch size. So I like that. I like the color scheme on it. It's going to work in dirty water. It's going to work in clear water. It's a good color for all around, but primarily this is something I'm going to throw stained, muddy water, not too muddy, but stained muddy water, and 4-inch Senko is a pretty good deal. We also got some hooks. Just let me look here. We got 4 in total. There's some type of green pumpkin glitter head color paint. We got 4 in total. I'm not sure the size yet. 1/8 ounce shaky heads, so that's good. These can actually be used for those Senkos. So that's something Monster Bass will do, is kind of put some things in here. You could use these for the Senkos. You could technically use these for the big bite baits. However, personally, I would like to go a little bit bigger hook. However, that one does look pretty big, so I'm not sure what the size of it is other than just the fact it's 1/8 ounce. But can't go wrong. You lose, if you throw a lot of shaky head, you're going to lose a lot of shaky head. That's just the way it is. They're going to get snagged. You're going to have to rip them off a few times, cut the line, tie a new one on. Can't ever have too many of these. And a couple other things Monster Bass does, which is pretty cool, especially if you like these things. I don't have too many stickers on my boat or anything, but if you do, you get 3. So here's the first one. I don't even know what that logo is. Enjoy Monster Bass. I think it's a pretty common one. I've seen this a few times on people's vehicles and boats. A lot of kayakers have that one on there. And then this is something they're doing this year. So each month is going to be a different logo on this sticker, and that's why you see on the bottom January 26. So that's pretty cool. I'll definitely collect these. Not sure where I'll put them yet. But again, got a lot going on. The last thing is, inside of each Monster Bass bag, you do get a Monster Bass golden ticket. And on the back side of here, I do have a number back here, and it actually tells you how to, apply this number and what this number means. But every Wednesday night at 7 Eastern, making sure I'm correct, every Wednesday night at 7 Eastern, Monster Bass on YouTube does a live, and they talk about what's in your bag. They talk about what this number means and what that could do for you. So definitely tune into that on Wednesday nights at 7 on the Monster Bass YouTube. And then I know I've already hit on this, but here's the bag with nothing in it. That's just an awesome bag. Definitely can be practical and actually be used compared to other boxes you have to just throw away and recycle. So this is something that's really going to be nice moving forward. If I had to pick one bait from this box, I'm going to go directly to the Senkos. I think 12 months out of the year I can find a way to use a Senko, which then I could actually utilize a shaky head, or I could throw a Nico rig or a wacky rig, or just a weightless Texas rig. But I can use a shaky head with these, or I can use this 4-inch Senko in a lot of different ways. So if I did have to pick one bait out of the year, it is going to be the Senko, the 4-inch size. Most of my Senkos are 5-inch, so 4-inch is a really nice twist of events for me, and definitely something I can use. If you do want to try Monster Bass, I do have a discount code. It's going to be in the description of this video. All you have to do at that point, copy it, put it into the website, and it will knock off some of the discount for a subscription, whether you get one box or a whole year. These things come in handy, and who really wants these is, you can give these as gifts. That's an awesome idea. Somebody would be very happy receiving this as a gift. You can also do these for yourself. I know I haven't been able to go fishing for much. I actually am fishing next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm probably going to use this bag in handy for that. But two people really want this. Gifts for anybody you know that might be fishing, or yourself if you're just bored and you want to start adding more to your arsenal. This is a good way to get quality baits at a decent price and just a difference of baits will keep you from getting all of one thing. Let me know in the comments below which bait you would throw first. If you want to see these baits actually get used, tournaments, practice, the whole 9 yards, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it with somebody, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.